What's up YouTube, this is Shuttleboy and I'm back with yet another video. Today's video we've talked about the worst golf wing pieces of 2019 and then the best golf wing pieces of 2019. But another big aspect of this channel is sneakers, and I'm going to go over today the top sneakers of this year that I picked up. So let's get right into it, guys. Alright, so this list, as I said, this is the top sneakers of 2019 that I picked up. So sneakers like, for instance, we'll say the Travis Scott one. I did not pick that up, so that has no chance of being on this list. Only sneakers that I actually purchased can be on this list. There's tons of sneakers that I liked that I didn't end up picking up, and there's tons of sneakers that I picked up that I don't think should be on this list. So being that it is sneakers that I picked up, I think that makes this list a little bit more interesting. So to start off this list, I usually start off these videos with an honorable mention, and that honorable mention is going to be the New Balance Omnis, the first basketball sneaker since the re-debut of New Balance basketball. I thought the whole launch of it and everything, while it was really annoying with the whole limited availability of it, I think that they really knocked the shoe out of the park. It looks amazing. At the moment of filming this video, I actually do not have these in hand. I just purchased a pair very recently. This video will probably go out after the video of when I pick that pair up. I'm pretty sure, unless something goes horribly wrong with these, I've watched a ton of videos on it, I've seen a lot of pictures in hand and stuff, but without a doubt I can already tell that this is probably going to be in my top 5 list, but I didn't want to put it on just because I truly did not have them in hand yet, so I can't say that definitively. Moving right along here, my number 5 on this list is going to be the Nike Kyrie 5, the SpongeBob collab, and this is going to be the Patrick pair. All in all, I'm a huge fan of SpongeBob, I'm a huge fan of basketball, and I just think this was done so well. And I think one thing that speaks volumes about these is, first off, people all over were trying to get a pair of any of the SpongeBob sneakers. One thing that's really hard to do these days is sell people basketball sneakers to wear casually. And now, I'm not saying there's a ton of people wearing these casually, but there's definitely a lot more people wearing the SpongeBob collab casually than any other Nike basketball sneaker there is out there, including myself. I have definitely worn these casually way more often than you would have ever expected, and way more often than any Nike basketball sneaker that I've gotten in a long time. So I really have to tip my hat off to that, because that is quite a feat to do. It's not easy to make a Nike basketball sneaker that is wearable casually as well, like it used to be back in the day. Really wanted the Squidwards, but I'm really happy that I got the Patrick pair as well. I'm not sure if I like the Squidwards as much anymore, but I don't know, maybe I'll get that pair in the future and then maybe I can weigh my thoughts on those. But that is going to be my number 5, the Kyrie 5 Patrick, the SpongeBob collab. I really loved it. So my number 4 then is going to be the Jordan 6 Black Infrared. Now, when we found out about these, they did come out for All-Star Weekend, and I was super stoked. We heard about them months ahead of time, and I knew already, without a doubt, I was going to pick them up. I just didn't know when and where. And I ended up coming to my hometown and picking them up, and just seeing everybody really excited for them and everything was really cool. Just the atmosphere around it. I live in Illinois, so anytime a very classic Jordan sneaker comes out, I feel like there's always some excitement in the air for it, especially when you go to sneaker stores and stuff. So without a doubt, I was really excited for this sneaker. I did own a pair of Jordan 6s at one point, the Carmines, and I ended up getting rid of them because they just didn't really fit me that well. And it was just, at the time, it was worth just selling them and getting something else that I'd wear more often. But Black Infrared has always been my favorite Jordan 6, so I'm very happy to own these. They are as close as possible to the original, at least from any retro we've ever seen so far of them. And yeah, it's just a sneaker I've always really enjoyed. If you're a big basketball or Jordan head, you really like these sneakers, without a doubt this is a sneaker you have to own. And it's crazy to think that, I mean, this is a sneaker that I forgot even came out this year, honestly. It's crazy to think that this came out along with something else on this list later on. Now, number 3 then is going to be a golf wing sneaker, and that sneaker is going to be the Converse Chuck 70, the Flame Chucks. I can never stop talking about these. Just Chuck 70 in general is a great sneaker, but this Flame collab, without a doubt, was just such a banger. It was so cool. It was everything Golf Wang fans were really dreaming of as far as flames on a piece, and yeah, it was just so awesome. I don't want to speak too much on these because I talk about them all the time, but a sneaker I'm really happy to get. I don't wear them a ton, I must admit. I just kind of want to wait a little bit, and eventually I think I'll wear them a ton. This is something that if you're a big Golf Wang fan and you like really getting the sneakers like I do, this is one you definitely have to own. So number 2 then is going to be, I kind of spoke about it a little bit earlier, but I didn't say exactly what it was, and that is the Jordan 4 Black Cement. It's not the fact that it came back out again, but it's the fact that it came back out and it was done well. This sneaker, just in general, this was a sneaker that I believe it came out around 2012, I believe, and it was a sneaker that it came out right around the time when I started getting really into shoes, and I never ended up picking them up because I had the Jumpman on the back, and by the time I was able to go into the backlogs of sneakers I missed out on and buy them from secondhand retailers, there was already talks of the remastered sneakers and how they're going to add Nike Air to the back, all these sneakers and stuff. So I always was like, they're gonna bring it back eventually. I need to wait out and just wait for them to bring it back when it's brand new with the Nike Air and everything, and I'll be happy I waited. And without a doubt, it took a very long time, but it finally happened, and I knew it would have to happen without a doubt, because this is one of the most classic sneakers there is, and this is the first thing I think of when it comes to a sneaker that needs to be remastered and brought to the original style. And yeah, I just really loved it, guys. This was my first pair of Jordan 4s, I believe, as well, and yeah, I just really enjoy wearing them a ton. They're very wearable. I will say they do get scuffed up pretty easily, which is one thing that is kind of a downer for me, but nonetheless, I just really like these. It has that very vintage feel to them. Obviously, it's a shoe from the 80s, but just with all the details just perfectly done and executed as far as the shape and just the little things like the Nike Air on the back, just the toe guard being shaped the way it is, the colors, everything about this sneaker I just feel like is done so well that it really makes it feel like I have a sneaker that was made from 1989 rather than a re-release in 2019. And last but not least, my number 1 sneaker of the year that I picked up. This is just a no-brainer for me to put it at the spot on the list because I just wore it a ton and it was a brand new sneaker and I just loved it, and that is the New Balance 990 V5. Now, it is pretty crazy to me to say, if you would have told me 5 years ago that the sneaker that I'm going to be buying in 2019 that's going to be my favorite sneaker I picked up is going to be a New Balance sneaker, I would have thought you were crazy, but it's come to that, guys. It's really sweet. I love branching out to different brands. I hate to be that guy that just buys only Nikes or only Vans or only Adidas or Converse. I really like to just try a ton of things, and this was a sneaker that always was on my eye the whole year, but I just never wanted to pull the trigger until I finally found it, I think on sale on a Nordstrom or something like that, and ever since then I've worn them a ton. It is definitely my most worn sneaker this year, and it's also without a doubt just the best quality sneaker all around. You get a pair in hand, the materials, the craftsmanship, just the feel on feet from them. It's just a very comfortable sneaker. It's just a very wearable sneaker, and even if I was to have paid the $175 retail, I think it's worth every penny because this sneaker is built to last, and it's gonna be something that you're gonna get your money's worth for it. You're gonna wear it a ton, and it's gonna go with a lot of outfits and stuff. You're really going to enjoy it. And last but not least, it just opened up the sneaker world for me even more. Like I said already, I've always been a person that really wants to try new sneakers, but to finally try my first pair of New Balances and love them this much, it just kind of opened the door even more to seeing all these other possibilities of things that I would really like, because now that that I know this sneaker I love so much, I have no hesitation to go out and buy another New Balance sneaker or another sneaker like this one that I have been eyeing. That's pretty much going to conclude the list, guys. Let me know down below, what was your favorite sneaker you picked up this year? There was a lot of stuff I really liked that I picked up this year. I've tried to less focus on the things that are in the forefront necessarily of what's coming out, and just things that I've really wanted to try. And yeah, I've been really happy with that. There's some sneakers like the And One Tai Chis that I left off this list because they didn't really technically come out in 2019, so I didn't want to like put them on the list even though I picked them up in 2019. Please hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, guys, and please subscribe if you haven't already for more golf wing, more sneakers, more clothing, more Shuttleboy. And this is Shuttleboy, guys, and I'm out, guys. Peace.